Okay, so for tomorrow we're going to create a value scale, and I've given you this worksheet, and there's an example at the top that you can look and reference. I've also handed out this grayscale finder that will help you do this as well. Okay, so all you're going to need is a pencil. Make sure that you put your name on this, and you're going to do 3 of these. You're going to practice creating a grayscale or a value scale and going from white to black. So this first one, you don't need to put anything in, okay? The second one, we're matching up with this 9, trying to make a value that is similar to that, okay? And this is hard for some people because we're so used to holding the pencil down like this that when we write really hard, okay? It's really difficult to make a line that is very light. And so you really do want to hold your pencil on the side for some of this to get a very light value because you can't really get a very, very light mark by holding the pencil this direction. I'm holding the pencil more like this, okay, where my lead is more horizontal to the paper, okay, rather than upright like this, okay. And I do think a pencil like this, a wooden pencil, is going to be easier. I have some up here I can pass out, is easier to use than a mechanical pencil, okay, because it's got such a tiny pointy area, okay. So that's what you're going to do, where you're just going to create a value scale. And if it's not right the first time, if you don't get this enough, it's nice because you can go back and put another layer on top of this to darken it, okay. You can erase the outside edges of this to make this look a little bit nicer, but you're going to continue and you're going to try to go from white all the way to black, okay. And I think this is good to match you up. Typically when kids draw, they get stuck in these middle areas. They don't have anything that's really light. They don't have anything that's really dark. And so their drawing is very gray, okay. And by adding areas that are very black and adding areas that are very light, you're going to pull that depth out of that project or out of that picture, and it's going to look so much better, okay. So you're just going to continue to do this, and sometimes you just have to build up one layer and then do another. You can see definitely from my table I've got something underneath it. So it popped up where I can see it right there. But layer this up and add some more to it. This is a practice. I mean, no matter how good you are at drawing, value scales are always going to help you and make you better. Okay, so continue to do that. You do have to, somewhat start out soft and then continue to add. This is going to help your eye kind of be in tune to what is really dark, what value is this. Okay, and if you get all the way over to here and you realize, man, this is not black, then you can go back and add a layer to all these other ones. Okay, make sure you can see this. If you're turned this way, you can't see what I'm doing. So same thing, there should be a distinct difference between all of these as you look through them. Okay, and for me, I'm just going to erase the top because that's going to bother me. Okay, and then you could use this grayscale that I've given you here to kind of look at what you have. You could trim off the edges of this. So then you would be able to like actually hold this up and look and see like, am I dark enough? Okay, have I done enough? Because that's what these, if you had a real one of these, you would be holding it up and kind of helping yourself figure out what darkness is this. Okay, so we're going to continue to do this all the way up to black. This is what you were turning in tomorrow, so you should have 3 of these done. You'll just hold it up to your Chromebook, like turn the camera on that, take a picture, and submit that. Okay, if you don't have your images taken for this, then you need to do this. You have kind of an extra day because we are practicing on value. So you need to get this done because once we get past this day, we won't have any more, there's no more wiggle room. Okay,